lean on us.
We are here for you.
You matter.
You are not alone.
Are you feeling overwhelmed? Not sure where to turn? The National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is there for you 24/7. Call or text 988 or chat at 988sc.org. Whether you're having an emergency or you know someone who needs support now, they can help you take the next step towards finding hope and healing.
There is hope. 988sc.org.
Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
Well, hello, my paranormal peeps, and welcome back to a Deep Woods Paranormal podcast. This is the Paranormal News Podcast. This is our 5th podcast. Today we'll be talking about different evidence, paranormal evidence and stuff like that. I think it's mainly going to be ghosts. We'll move into like UFOs and Bigfoot and stuff here on the next episode of this podcast. So anyways, my name is Matt Harvey. I am the lead investigator and founder of Deep Woods Paranormal. I am also the host of this show. And you can see the little creepy guy looking at me from behind. I'm going to move him behind me. There we go. All right. So you guys can focus on me. All right. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and we're going to go through different paranormal clips that supposedly show paranormal evidence. Like I always say, you guys got to take this with a grain of salt. This is just documentation of possible paranormal activity. You guys have to make up your own mind. Is it real? Is it fake? Is there a possibility that ghosts are real? It's up to you to choose. I'm not here to tell you they are or they aren't. All we do is basically document our experiences and basically share them with you. So that's what these podcasts are pretty much about. Let me share my screen with you. Let's start here. So this is actually in Texas. I didn't purposely look this up on purpose, but I wanted to talk about this one because this is one that's kind of iffy in my mind. Hold on a second. Okay. So this is the Minger Hotel. This is in Texas somewhere. It says this historical hotel was built right near the Alamo in 1859, and many guests and staff have claimed that it's haunted. It says KSAT viewer Felicia Powell shared this photo below with us. I want to give her photo credit. She captured the photo when she visited the Minger Hotel in 2013. It says it appears to show a child in red walking by with a dark figure behind the child. But she says then when she took the photo, there was nothing there. All right, so let's see if we can't really blow this photo up. All right, I'm sorry for the small picture, but you can see that she circled something over here. Now, unless she's talking about this here as being the child and this being the dark figure following behind her, to me, this just looks like a table with maybe a couple things set on it. You can see over here there's another mirror, and it looks like another table or shelf or something, but there's no taller thing set on it. So unless you've been to the hotel, it's going to be hard to say if it's real or not. For me, I've never been there, so I don't know for sure 100%. I can't say this is or isn't real. I'd have to go there and look at the area where she took the photo and just kind of make my own judgment, and you should too. So anyways, let us know. Basically, it looks like, I almost want to say it looks like somebody hung a coat on the wall. And then back here, this kind of looks a little more real, but if it's a full body apparition, why doesn't it show its legs? It doesn't look like there's any legs back here. If you look through the railing, you can clearly see the bottom of the door here. You can kind of see the bottom of the steps, the stairs that come down. You can see them. You can see right through. You can see the bottom of that door. But over here, it's just all black. So I'm not saying this is fake, and I'm not going to say it's real. At this point, to me, it's kind of unknown, needs further follow-up. But if you work at the hotel or you've had an experience there, we're always looking for people to come on and tell their stories. Again, there's no judgment on this channel. I don't want there to be any judgment. Everybody has their own experiences, and they basically, whatever their experiences, they interpret them however they interpret them. Nobody should be able to say, well, that's not real or whatever. Like I said, you always have to have your own experience where you can say that can't be anything else but. So in this case, I don't know if that's real or not. Okay, so unfortunately, we don't have a video, but we only have a picture. Okay, so this is at the Magnolia Hotel. This is in Siegen, and it was built in 1840. It's said to be haunted by several different spirits. Many people have visited and captured photos of unexplained ghostly figures. The owner of the place now have it open for overnight stays if you dare. So, okay, this has several different pictures. This looks like it's a dirt floor with concrete walls or maybe old brick walls. You can see the wooden supports coming up out of the ground, and essentially looks like some kind of basement or cellar. And you can see a bunch of people down here just kind of walking around. Now they've got an arrow pointed at this, what looks like a man. And in the comments down below, it says the man the arrow is pointing to in the photo wasn't physically in the room when the photo was taken. He's a full body apparition. Now, let's see if we can full screen this. Okay, so we can full screen this one. All right, so I don't know. If you look at the kid here, he's a little pixelated. You can kind of see through him in different points. The girl as well, you can kind of see through her. The guy in this back right side is solid. This guy looks a little transparent. So again, I've never been here. I can't say for sure what it looks like down there. The only people that really are going to know is the people that took the pictures and the people who were there. So again, this one's just hard to say yes or no. Let's move on. Here's another picture. Now, there's a lot of pictures of ghosts that are staring out windows. That could show intelligence. That could show maybe they want to leave. It could show a lot of things. Or maybe they're just curious as to what's going on outside of their world. So this shows on the bottom right corner here, if you're looking at this, it kind of shows, there's no caption. It kind of shows a head, kind of see a mouth, maybe a nose, some eyes, looks like some hair, and then partially part of a body, maybe an arm and a torso. Again, take this with a grain of salt. I'm not saying it's real. I'm not saying it isn't real. You have to take a look at it. Again, these pictures are for you guys to judge on your own. Here's another one. Here's a possible face. Looks like some kind of person, maybe looks more like a gorilla face, honestly. But it looks like an apparition was trying to form. And to me, it looks like it's screaming. Its mouth is open. Looking at this more on a debunking side, to me, this looks maybe more like maybe something was on the window. This is taken at a diagonal angle, facing up, and was probably zoomed, cropped in heavily to get this. Anytime you're using a lower grade phone or a low grade camera, and you zoom in, and the pixels are lower than about 14 to 18, it starts to create things and make things look like it distorts things. That's what it does. It distorts things. Believe me, I know, because I do a lot of zooming in when I'm doing a review of trail cams, and I scroll in as far as I can get, and then I realize, oh crap, that's, it looks like a Bigfoot, but it's not, because it's just so pixelated that it's being distorted, and I can't prove that one way or another. Anyway, so I think that's kind of what happened in this picture. I think a lot of the window pictures you see, what happens is the flash sometimes reflects off the window and creates what looks like some kind of face or figure. Let's see what's going on in this one. Okay. So in this one, you've got this little blob down on the left-hand side. You have a set of stairs coming up and looks like a hallway, and then a bathroom to the left of that, and looks like another door on the left. And then in this area here next to the railing, next to the stairs, there is a little white blob that looks like it's moving. Now, Amanda and I have caught these things multiple times, both staying still and moving quickly and stuff like that. Is it a ghost? Again, you have to use your own opinion on that and decide if you think it is or not. To me, when I see orbs or balls of energy or whatever you want to call them, I normally just think that there's some kind of energy. Now, that doesn't mean they're a ghost, because the earth gives off energy too. And there's a lot of different things that happen in our atmosphere that creates these types of events. So you've all heard of ball lightning. Well, maybe you haven't, but ball lightning is something that also happens. It's lightning that actually comes in the form of they're small or they're large. They're just basically a perfect circle, and you can see flashes inside of them, and they usually hover pretty close to the ground or up in the sky, and they float along. It's a very rare phenomenon, very hard to catch on video. But one of these days I'll have to look up ball lightning and show you guys that on here. So let me move. Keeping in the ball lightning thing, there is a really cool video of the ball lightning. Essentially, I guess it was filmed by the railroads. You see this ball of energy come floating over. It's giving off light, comes up over the tracks, and some zigzag lightning kind of hits the tracks, and then it goes over and then disappears off camera. But anyways, that's cool. I would like to see that. All right, so in this one, so they're saying there's a ghost in the mirror. Let's see. So ghost named Sam reaching for the photo taker in the mirror, it says. So this person took a picture of the mirror, and they're saying this ghost hand is coming over and grabbing her arm. Okay, so again, this basically shows a hand reaching over to grab this girl. She's taking a photo. She probably doesn't see him. But if you look here, you kind of see the arm goes up, and then you see what looks like a raggedy shirt or something. You kind of see a leg, and then you kind of see a foot down here on the left. And actually, it looks like there's another face right here, kind of leading into the side of the mirror. You can kind of see the eye. You can make out the nose. You can't make out a mouth, but you kind of make some hair out, like something's crawling on the floor. Looks like more like a male entity. Now, again, this has been cropped in. You can kind of see how it's kind of blurry all the way around. More than likely it was cropped because the person didn't want to show their face, or they were just trying to show certain portions. This is always suspect to me. I mean, I can sit here and I can see several different, what looks like different faces and stuff on this mirror. Mirrors are said to can be used as portals, supposedly. Again, take this with a grain of salt. But anyways, so yeah, supposedly the mirrors can be used as portals. Supposedly, if you sit there in front of a mirror in the dark, you might see something. There's different theories about mirrors. I'm not going to get into that. Maybe we'll get into mirrors in another time. And so anyways, that's a guy reaching over. I have some other stuff I want to show you guys. So basically, it shows a guy's arm reaching over. Again, there's a head here. Maybe another possible face right here. You can kind of see some hair coming down. You can see the eyes, the nose, a mouth open like it's screaming. So again, with this being so pixelated, and our brains are programmed to see things, make them. We're programmed to take shapes and stuff and create something that we know, and so we see faces a lot in things. All right, let's move on because there's a few more. All right, so here's what looks like a picture of a woman standing next to a shelf. She looks like she's turned and looking into the shelf, which is weird. And they're saying there's a shelf. They're saying there's a shadow figure in this doorway to her right. Now, this picture's blurry. There is something kind of flying into the screen that might be lens flare. That could be an orb flying through. That could be something trying to manifest. You got a doll up on top of this shelf. So maybe something's attached to the doll. Who knows? Again, I can sit here and play devil's advocate all day long with this picture, but because it is kind of blurry, who knows exactly what that is, if it's actually a shadow person, or if they just maybe somebody was standing there and peeked around the corner and realized they're getting their picture taken and ducked back. Could be a shadow person. They're really hard to get on camera. But anyways, this person supposedly that's standing here also looks like a ghost, but it doesn't say anything about her at all. She's in a long flowing dress all the way down to her ankles. Looks like she's got some kind of boots on, and she's got a bun in her hair. Her hair's all done up, and she looks like she has her arms kind of folded over, and she's facing away from the camera, which is strange. So again, I don't know about this photo.
Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
Lean on us.
We are here for you.
You matter.
You are not alone.
Are you feeling overwhelmed? Not sure where to turn? The National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is there for you 24/7. Call or text 988 or chat at 988sc.org. Whether you're having an emergency or you know someone who needs support now, they can help you take the next step towards finding hope and healing.
There is hope. 988sc.org.
If you're a last-minute gift shopper, then Instacart is your holiday rescue app this season. No more tracking packages, no more trips to the post office, and no more Christmas gifts arriving in February. Instead, you can just download Instacart to order gifts like beauty, tech, and gourmet goods from local stores and get them delivered in as fast as 1 hour. Plus, right now, you'll get free delivery on your first 3 orders. This offer is valid for a limited time. $10 minimum per order. Additional terms apply. Must be 21 plus to purchase alcohol where available.
There's our next one. Okay. All right. So this looks like the Magnolia Hotel again, or bed and breakfast. In this picture, you see the outside of the building, and basically it shows some of the windows are boarded up. Some of them have broken glass. And in the third one on the top, you kind of see what looks like some kind of apparition or something, more like a Casper the Friendly Ghost type thing, floating out of the window, or maybe going into the window. It's manifesting itself in some way. Again, the photo's just a tad blurry. I wish they would have straightened it out a little bit. And then, because you can see this door where it says Magnolia, there's a door upstairs. I'm sure this used to be a balcony or something under where the main door is. And that looks a little bit blurry itself too. So it looks like it's kind of a cloudy, dark day. Texas gets a lot of rain, at least on this side of Texas. And so I'm not sure if that's water vapor or if that's actually something. But it's interesting. I'm not going to say it is or isn't. Like I said, I could sit here and play devil's advocate all the day long. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Deep Woods Paranormal, only Deep Woods Paranormal. There's another group out there that decided to use our name and then add like forest or something in there. So just be careful if you're looking for us to go to the right one. Our link is down below in the description, so you can go there. Okay. I guess that's it for that. Okay. One thing I want to throw in real quick. I just got a notification. Wow. So let's see. Sharon actually bought us a coffee last week. We thanked her already. But thank you again, Sharon. We appreciate you. And then looks like somebody anonymously bought us a coffee and somebody else bought us 5 more. So that's awesome. We're getting started. We're trying to reach a $2,000 goal. The reason we're trying to reach a $2,000 goal is we're trying to upgrade our cameras. We want to get a camera that is more professional, like the you see in the shows, where we can have somebody follow us around, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get that done. So if you would like to, our link is down below. It'll say "Buy me a coffee, Deep Woods Paranormal," and basically we'll come on here and you can buy 1 coffee for $3. Each coffee is $3, so you can buy us 1, 3, 5, or you can put a different amount in if you want. Looks like somebody put in 10 at one point. So we appreciate you. Thank you for doing that. Okay, let's get back to the news. All right. So this one said, let's see. Basically, these are all different cameras, DVR cameras that are basically set up in people's homes or businesses. I want to show you guys the video down below in just a second because it's crazy. A lot of people say it's a hoax. Some people say it's not. Anyways, so this says ghost caught on security camera. It says there's a ghost playing on the stairs. So let's watch this one first. All right. So let's go back here. So let me pause this. Okay. So what you want to do is a cat over here. It doesn't even react for some reason, but there's something that happens over to the right. And then looks like it goes down the stairs, comes back up the stairs, and then ends up over here on the landing, and then basically goes straight forward off the camera. So let's watch that again. They do a good job they must have had multiple cameras. They switched so you can see more close up the video. Maybe they edited it. So let's watch this again. So there you go. Looks like something walks in. That looks like a dog to me. So whatever this is over here looks like an actual, not an adult, maybe. They're pretty tall. And as they walk this way, you see what looks like maybe, and this is just my interpretation, so you'll have to use your own judgment. It looks like a dog materializes, actually, turns and looks up at the human and then takes off down below. Let me play this again. Then you see somebody like walk up the stairs. So here's the person. Looks like maybe they turn and walk down the stairs. Now they turn and come back up. This to me looks more like maybe a dog. That's kind of the face of a dog. Okay. So I think this is a good video. That's pretty cool. Good catch. We've caught stuff like this before on our home security cameras. We didn't release it because we don't live there anymore. Number 2, it's just, it's still video. And so that's cool. I really like that. This is the one I really want to show you guys. Let me make this big. All right. So this is at a school. Some people say that this is a hoax. Some people say this is a setup, but they've been reporting paranormal activity in this school for years, hundreds of years, actually, probably over 100 years. I think still probably not understand. So stuff like this has been going on for a long time. So let's watch this. I think you guys will be amazed. So the door in the back just opened and slammed shut. So one of the lockers started banging back and forth. The whole locker moves. So that locker just flew open and a bunch of papers just flew out. Looks like a light turned on down in the hallway beyond the door that slammed. Now that would be kind of hard to fake, but you never know. The caution wet floor sign just flew up and then flew away. It actually looks like there's somebody. Let me close this back. All right, so it looked like there was somebody. Let's go back over this again because. Okay, so if you're listening to the podcast, like I said, this is a school where they've had a lot of activity. They've had a lot of strange things happen, and so they set up security cameras, of course, and it documents this. I'm basically dictating this for people because if you're not watching this on our YouTube channel, you're not going to be able to see what I'm showing you. So let me play this one more time. So the door just flew open, and the other door flew open and slams. Okay, so let's talk about this. Could this be a hoax? Let's look at this in both ways. Maybe you can't see if there's somebody behind these doors, and it would be real easy for somebody to, maybe one or two people would be behind those doors, open them and slam them shut real hard, without anybody actually being able to see them. Mainly because the doors are probably about 20 feet away, maybe a little further, and it's kind of dark down in that area. You would think they would have another camera down in that next hallway, wherever that door is, and they would show you the other camera showing the door open from the other side. That would be great if they could show you that. Anyways, let's keep going. Okay. So this third locker over, they're almost like filing cabinets, but they're just lockers, starts to rock back and forth. I would imagine these aren't very heavy. There is a window in behind here, but to me, it looks to be closed unless it's very slightly open. It would be very hard to sit there and push with your fingers, I think, and push that locker forward, especially if there's things inside of them. They could make it much heavier. That's not to say somebody didn't put some kind of device back here that would maybe, eject and come back into itself and like a pump almost. Push that out and then let go, push it out, let it go. Again, could it be a hoax? It could be. So let's keep going here. Okay, I'm going to pause that right there. If you look at the end of the doorway, down the hallway, if this other door or whatever this is on the left has any kind of a window, you can kind of see what looks like an apparition down here. Looks like a shoulder, maybe a head, maybe a face. It's kind of hard to see. Nobody's that I know of has really pointed that out, but there's something here in this, whatever this is, whether it's a window or what, but there's something standing behind here. Again, that points to the fact it could either be a person playing a hoax or people playing a hoax, or it could be a full body apparition. Something you don't see on this video. There's a couple, 3 or 4 videos of this. This is just a shorter one. Other things happen. You hear footsteps, I think, and then something gets torn physically off the wall. But let's keep watching. Okay, so that locker flies open and some paperwork flies out of it. I don't see any strings on here. It could have been CGI'd out. I seriously doubt it, but it could have been. If you really wanted to hoax this, again, you could have put some kind of something. You could have had the locker unlocked and or just barely open, just barely closed, so it would open easily. And maybe you put some kind of hole in the back of this, and you put a air hose back there, and you basically squeeze the air hose, maybe from a little ways away, makes the door open, and then all this paperwork come flying out. Again, I don't see anything. Unfortunately, I can't zoom in. Do I think this is real? I mean, there's a very good possibility, guys. I'm not trying to debunk this video, and I don't want people going through and do the same thing to us. But I'm just kind of giving you guys both sides of the story, because we do have people that listen that are non-believers. So we have to show both sides of the story. I'm not going to be biased and say, "Oh, it's a ghost." I always tell people you have to basically have it been there or whatever. If you're watching this and you know the school and you've had experiences here, feel free to reach out to us. I'd love to have you on the podcast, and I'd love to have you talk about your experiences from the school. Maybe you're a student there, maybe you went there, maybe you're a teacher, maybe you just work there in administration or something. If you've had experiences or you know about this school, we would love to talk to you. You're going to know if you work here or not. But anyways, so we're going to cut that short. The thing flies across the room. The what floor sign flies across the room here. I don't see any kind of wires on here or like fishing string or anything like that. Well, let's just watch this. Okay. So something that comes to mind. It's dark. There's nobody here. Why would this sign be sitting out here? That's interesting to me. The second thing I see is the sign doesn't like pull straight at any angle. It pulls to the left towards the bathrooms. Looks like these are the bathrooms here. I'm going to guess they're the bathrooms. It pulls to the left and then flies straight ahead. Like something went over and just smacked it, with their hand, and basically it flew to the left, and then kind of as that energy went through, it kind of went straight forward. So, that could be debunked. Yeah, that could be debunked, but the way it moves is just kind of interesting to me. I think that'd be very hard to fake. There's probably people out there that can do it, but I think, again, it would be very interesting. There looks like there's a security camera up here. I don't know why they didn't show us the other angle. What's down this hall further this way? It'd be cool to see like a side-by-side view of the events that happened, because that had to have caught that moving too. So anyways.
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from, with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Just my thoughts. I'd love to go here and investigate this school. I don't think it's here in Texas. I think it's somewhere else. But like I said, we'd love to talk to anybody who had has any information on the school. If you've investigated there, we'd love to hear from you and tell us about your stories. Okay. So let's go to the next video. Said security camera. Oops. So security camera ghost Coral Cafe Burbank. So let's watch this. 4:16 a.m. Looks like a guy's. Oh, what in the world? Wow. Okay, a lot to unwrap on that one. Let's start here. Let's let it play for a second. Okay, so this looks like there's multiple cameras on. Looks like basically they've closed up for the night. Looks like a restaurant. And basically this gentleman here is mopping. And it looks like something kind of manifests over here on the right of the screen. There's a booth with some tables. He's mopping the floor. He doesn't seem to experience this, but it is caught on camera. Now, this camera must be an older camera because it's not very well focused. Again, that's going to hurt the credibility of the video. Could it be something else? Could it be faked? Yes. But this is interesting. You see what looks like a little white orb right below the light. Now, that could be just a flare from the light, but there's a black ball that kind of appears over the tables where people would sit and eat. It appears over the tables, and then it seems to manifest. So then it drops down. There's where the booth is. There's a kind of a barrier between where the table is and people sit, and the walkway. And then up by the light, the little white ball seems to move to the left of the light. Now that tells me a couple of things. This camera's stationary. So essentially it tells me that maybe this is actually moving, and it doesn't look like there's any kind of other light being portrayed out here, like somebody's shining a light. There's also some kind of something coming into the picture on the right. And this gentleman actually looks like he turns and looks out this way, like he's either seeing something or hearing something. Maybe he's experiencing something, or maybe he's just doing whatever he's doing. All right, so let's keep watching this. Okay. So now that black thing has kind of evolved into this whitish, creamyish, grayish looking thing. It's blocking out the barrier where the seats are at the booth. And then just above the booth, where the wall is, you can kind of start to see that same black dot is starting to stretch out like it's manifesting. And that little white ball is way over here now on this wall. And the gentleman, I don't know if he sees it, but if you look at his eyes, he seems to be looking straight at it. And I'm sure this happened in a very like a split second, maybe not even a second, because this is very quick. So then you see it. Let me see if I can go back. Nope, too far. So let me play this. It's quick. Okay, so there we go. Then you basically see it go around the corner. Now it's got more of a form. It's got a little black ball here, a little black ball here. And it looks like it kind of is forming what looks like a person. There looks like there's some kind of a head forming. This is you can kind of see through this. And then it looks like there's some kind of an arm and maybe some short legs. But it's walking straight at him. And you see him turn and then run down, basically run away. He must have seen it. Okay, so then it goes to another angle, probably basically just another time. Looks like there's actually patrons or somebody that works there sitting at one of the tables here. Looks like this guy might be maybe cleaning or talking to somebody or something. He's just kind of barely off camera. This is a very short clip. This is at 4:18 a.m. So I'm just going real slow with this. Here's another angle. Oh, whoa. Okay. So you see him walking down the way next to a bunch of tables and stuff. He's in between. He's like in the row between the tables. Looks like they've closed for the night. Basically, he's just maybe walking through this section, and then you see something essentially kind of form behind him and then start to kind of give chase. So let me... Okay. So you see this blur up here. It starts actually over here. It's just too quick. I can't slow it down anymore. I'd have to pull this video down and do some editing to it, which I don't want to do. It's not my video, and I'm not going to do that. So essentially it just looks like kind of a clear figure at this point. It looks like something's trying to manifest. And as he continues to walk, now you can see it behind him. You kind of see what looks like a face. This looks more like a woman. You can see an arm stretched out, and it looks like she's wearing some kind of maybe a dress, or maybe it's still manifesting, or maybe there's multiple spirits, because it looks like there's another arm reaching out, touching him. It's touching his shoulder, or one's on the right side touching his other, kind of just below his shoulder on the left. And then if you look down here, it's touching like his lower back, upper buttocks, and it looks like it's just basically giving chase. So that's interesting. You kind of make out some eyes. You can't really make out a face at all, but it's very interesting. I'm not sure if this guy reacts to it or not. Nope. Okay. So that was that one. So this says possible fallen angel in Catalina. So it says a ghost with glowing eyes appears on camera. Let's see if we see this.
La última batería con que ya tienes que flipar, ¿eh? Mira. Es que, tío, yo qué sé, tío, estaban en plumas, tío.
It sounds like it's in a different language.
I don't know.
So to me, it looks like they're out, maybe not ghost hunting, because it does not look like an IR camera. Looks like they're out looking at some plants, maybe some foliage, maybe some trees. It says 11/6/2006. This is at 1:03 in the morning, and or maybe they just didn't have an IR camera. Well, let's see what they see here. Looks like they're out exploring in the woods. Sounds like they're speaking Spanish. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Okay. So essentially they see something, they zoom in on it. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I don't see any glowing eyes. I see what looks like a head, some kind of a nose, looks like some kind of eyes, and maybe like a long snout. And then it looks like it has an arm to the left, or maybe a shoulder, or maybe that's just a body. I don't know how high up off the ground this is. To me, this looks like some kind of animal, or it could be, maybe a spirit animal, who knows? Or it could be something else. Maybe it's some kind of cryptid, or who knows exactly. They're saying it's a fallen angel. I don't think it's a fallen angel, but we'll keep watching. Oh, wow. Okay, let me get back to that. See if we can stop that. Oh my gosh, it's so quick. All right, so whatever it is, it scares them. Okay, so that same head now is a little more pronounced, and essentially it's got the eyes right around here. And then it looks like it opens its eyes. Maybe its eyelids were closed, and it opens its eyes, and you can see the reflection of the light off of its eyes. Most animals have that same reflector that we do in our eyes. They can basically helps them see at night, gives them a little bit more night vision. We used to be able to see in infrared and all those other colors, but we can't anymore. We've lost that ability. At least most of us have. So whatever this is essentially opens its eyes. Yeah, just out of camera. It's like in between frames. So here you can kind of see it start to open its eyes. So here it's a little more pronounced. You kind of see an ear. Well, it looks like a human ear, maybe like a bald head, and you can kind of see some hair on the side of the head. You can kind of see what looks like sideburn coming down. You can make out kind of a nose. You can make out kind of a chin, maybe a shoulder, almost as if somebody was like peeking up. Maybe they were sleeping or something back there, and almost like they just peek up. There we go. I got it. Okay. So then you see them kind of open their eyes. You can kind of see some eyebrows, and you can kind of clearly see the nose. You can't quite make out the chin. You see a shoulder or neck. To me, I don't think this is a fallen angel. To me, this looks like it's maybe a human. Well, it's got to be alive, whatever it is. Ghosts normally don't have reflections because they're shining a light on it, I believe. So for it to have, this kind of reflection. Now, this also could possibly be some kind of maybe an alien, because it looks like the eyes are kind of black, big and black, like oval shaped, black, like egg shaped. And then when the light hits the eyes, it reflects back, almost like if you hit a pair of sunglasses with a flashlight in the dark, it would just look white. So essentially that's what I'm seeing. Now, again, you guys got to form your own opinions. You got to figure out, is it real, is it not, on your own. So hold on a second. Let's go to this one. So this says Japanese ghost girl and mirror. Again, the camera's not real focused. Here's the little girl right here, on the right bottom corner, kind of. Looks like it's one of those mirrors that has three mirrors kind of angled in different directions, kind of towards the person, so they can see the left, the right. They can see around their head a little bit. So let's take a look at this. So she looks like she's kind of playing with her hair. She's probably 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, maybe a little older. But dad's basically filming her playing with the mirror. Oh, creep. No, but she does turn. Okay, I don't know if this is what you're supposed to be seeing. Because this mirror is angled, I mean, you can see the back of her head here, you can see the side of her head here, and then you can kind of see, because the mirror is angled, it shows her face. I wonder if this is what they're calling the ghost. Oh, okay. So then she turns her head back away from the mirror. You can see the back of her head here. That's kind of the same, the back of her head here. But the image stays the same of this little girl. The face looks a little bit distorted. You can kind of still see her eyes. Her nose is like pushed in, and her mouth is basically gone. So this is what they're calling a ghost. To me, this looks a little distorted. Maybe it was CGI'd in here. I can't tell you for sure. Like I said, only the person who originally shot the video would know for sure if this is real. Anyways, we're not going to give this any more looks. Okay, let's see. Ghost screaming in Hall Hotel. So let's watch this.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Says the following footage was recorded by hotel security on September 14th, 2003. Says it has not been edited. So basically it comes on and shows you the pool area, the elevator area, the stairwell area, and then it shows you the entrance to the front of the hotel. On the top left corner shows a gentleman, probably a security guard, essentially in an elevator, maybe going up. Okay, so then it shows you that same elevator, but the outside, it's on floor 2. It says camera 19, and I'm guessing this is him exiting the... Yep, he exits. So on the walkie-talkie, you hear... Let me go back. Let me play this. So it says, on the walkie-talkie, you hear John, do you copy? As he's going up the elevator. As he exits the elevator, it says it's room number 209 that they're complaining about hearing screaming at. So it says, Amy says nobody's checked into that room. And it says there's reports of screaming. Says coming from that room. So it says Amy, he's on his way down there right now. So he's walking down the hallway towards room 209, away from the elevator. And as he kind of gets to where the room is, he's probably 7-8 feet away from room 209. You start to hear screaming. So somebody asks him on the radio, what's going on? He's looking back and forth, trying to figure out what the heck just happened. Where's that screaming coming from? And then you hear some loud screams. And they tell him there's no one checked into that room where he's hearing the screams coming from. And they're telling him there should be nobody there. So now he's going to try and knock on the door. So we can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it on here. I'll leave a link to this web page because I want to make sure they get credit. And you guys can go on here and look and watch this video for yourself. But essentially, he goes to the door and the screaming continues. They tell him, whoever Amy is telling him that she's still hearing it. And he's saying, I hear it too. So they're saying they know there's nobody checked into that room. So he's a little hesitant to go in and check out what's going on. So they're saying they're calling the police. So essentially they're telling him to wait for the police. He slides the door card in and opens the door. He's shining the light into the room. It's dark in the room. He doesn't see anybody. Oh, wait a minute. He doesn't see anybody in there, and the screaming stops. Let me see if I can. I'm going to rewind this just for a second. Because when he goes into the room, looks like something walks right behind him down the hallway. I'll try and pause it as I see it here. So I'm just replaying this. Bear with me. So he goes into the room. His light's facing into the room. As he starts back out, oh, did you see that? Let me see if I can. Oh, there we go. That'll help. Okay, now I can move this. Let me go back just a little tiny bit. Watch the door area. In fact, you can kind of see it. It's grainy. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. This video is not the greatest quality, but you see something kind of standing in the doorway, and you'll see it like walk out after he goes in, and it goes down the hallway to the right. There it is. You can see this. I don't know. It's like a giant orb. It's like egg-shaped. There's no, apparition in it or anything. It looks like it's in the process of forming. Could just be leftover residual energy. And anyways, now then it forms into what looks like more like a person. It's still really hard to see unless it's moving. And you see it go into what looks like another room. So they're calling for him on the radio. Oh, and now the lights are starting to flicker up and down the hallway. Okay, so basically they're telling the guy to call the police right away. This sounds like a poltergeist activity. If you look over here on the right side of the screen, it looks like there's something actually here. He's reporting on the radio that he says all the furniture's been turned upside down. Again, that's typical poltergeist activity. Said the carpet's been ripped up. This reminds me of room B340 on the Queen Mary. So he said the shower's on. And he said there's nobody there. And he's walking away a little bit timidly. So they're going back to show you the thing that walked out of the room. So you see it go to the right there. And then now they're going to zoom in a little more. Some kind of white milky shape goes out there. Okay, so I think this is the last one we're going to do, and then we're going to wrap this podcast up. So let's watch this one. It says Real Ghost Video Proof 2. It's hard to be a skeptic when average citizens capture video evidence of the paranormal. Stream your favorite episode of Paranormal Caught on Camera now on Discovery Plus. Okay. So I'm guessing that's where this came from. This is a YouTube video. So what the hell was that? Holy crap. I hope you guys heard that. Oh, I've got chills all down my right side. The guitar to my right, I don't think it shifted, but something hit it. There's no dogs in here. There's no cats in here. Something banged on it. I've got chills all up and down my arm right now. Hold on. I don't know what that was. Let me see if I can turn the camera so you guys can see. You can still see my arm? You guys can't see the camera, unfortunately. Yeah, it doesn't show. Okay. I guess it's only going to pick me up. Sorry. That was crazy. That was crazy. While I was showing you that stuff, the guitar to my right, boom, Sounded like it almost fell over, but it's stationary and it hasn't moved. So I don't know what that was. I'm sitting at the desk. There's nobody else in here. Maybe one of the little kids is playing and wanting attention or something. We'll have to give them some attention here later. I've got to rearrange the office a little bit and then we'll play with the kids. So, okay, let's go back to sharing. I want to go back and look at this video. Okay, so it says, this is video of many strange occurrences in my home. Said my pantry door was closed at night, but on many occasions the next morning it was open. So he put a camera out to see if he could capture it. So let's see what happens. He said, I set up the video camera to record from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. Says the first clip took place on January 12th at 12:34 a.m. What's interesting is it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 12:34. What you're about to see is real. Okay, so let me describe this for people that are listening. So basically, it looks like there's a video facing a door. Unfortunately, you can't see the top or the bottom of it. It looks like there's a refrigerator to the left of the door, some kind of shelf to the right, and something else dark over here I can't make out. And then basically you just see a wooden door. Let's just watch this. Wow. Okay, so if you're listening, essentially what happened was the door just popped open. I don't think the handle even turned. Let me rewind this just a tad. We'll watch this again. Okay, let's go back to where it's closed. All right. So I'm watching the handle. Nope. The door just popped open. Handle didn't really turn. So I'm not exactly sure how that happened. Okay. So that was one clip. It says this next recording takes place on January 14th at 12:34 a.m. Seems like 1, 2, 3, 4 is interesting. I can't explain the image or the light orbs in this next clip. So he's still shooting the pantry door. Oh, wow. Okay, so the door opens again. That's interesting. I do have a dog behind me. No. It's Mama Dog. All right, so essentially before the door opens, there's like a black spot and a little white spot. Now, I do remember hearing about this case, and I do remember this gentleman talking about the strange things that were going on in his house and how he could never describe it. He went from I believe he said he went from a skeptic to a believer. So having the door open is interesting. Let me keep going here. So if you're listening to this or you're watching this, you're seeing a recurring thing happen. It says this last recording took place on January 18th at 12:34. So that's the third time 12:34 has come up. Exactly. So let's see what happens on this one. So again, the pantry door. Looks like something's touching the door handle. Camera actually looks like it's moving a little bit up and down. It might just be pixelating. And again, the door opens again. Very interesting. What I would like to have seen is the whole door. It says, my home is now for sale and I'm looking for a short escrow. So he's trying to get out of there. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. what I'd like to have seen is the video camera to be back a little bit further so you can see the whole door, and maybe had another angle at it too, maybe multiple cameras in that area to see. I don't think that was a night vision camera. Might have been a low light camera because there was no IR lights involved with it. It didn't look like. Now I could be wrong, but that's just what it looked like. Anyways, all right, guys. So this is the Paranormal News. My name is Matt Harvey. I'm the host of this show, also the founder and lead investigator of Deep Woods Paranormal. We will be doing more Bigfoot research here in the next month or so. We're just waiting for hunting season to be over, which is the end of this month. There's also some cold air moving in to our area possibly, so it's going to be really cold out. It's going to be hard to camp in that really cold. I don't think Bigfoots care if it's cold or hot that much. I do think that they maybe don't move around as much in the heat or the cold, so there may not be as much activity in our area, but we'll see. We're looking to do a solo camping trip here and then do a bunch of other stuff at the end of the month, end of February, beginning of March. We'll be doing expeditions where you guys can go out with us and do an expedition with us, maybe some Bigfooting, maybe some ghost stuff. We have the old jail. We're going to be doing expedition to Joe's camp. That's in East Texas. I've gone over that. If you watch the Bigfoot Only podcast, you'll hear me talking about Joe's all the time. So we're talking about going up in there in the Smee National Forest and stuff like that, and doing a camping trip. But all right, guys, let me stop sharing my screen. If you guys want to buy us a coffee, the link's down below. If you want to visit our YouTube channel, if you're not on our YouTube channel, please click on the link below. It'll take you directly to our channel, Deep Woods Paranormal. And then if you please do me a favor, if you're watching this and you're not a subscriber, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because we do try and produce 5 to 6 videos a week. So there's always different content coming out. You'll start to see investigations coming out here too. We've just had a really busy time of things recently, and we just have had no personal time at all. It's been working a lot and basically working on other things around the house, having to get stuff done that we have to get done. And unfortunately, the paranormal kind of got put on hold a little bit. We've also been doing multiple private locations, helping people in their homes and stuff like that. If you need paranormal help, please feel free to reach out. We're always here for you. We don't charge anything for our services. We can do a consultation. We can come out to your home if we need to. We can set up an investigation after that if that's needed, and try and get you some answers to what's going on, whether it's Bigfoot, ghosts, UFOs, whatever. We research everything. So again, we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you to all of our viewers and our new viewers and listeners. We appreciate you guys. And thank you guys again for helping us out and buying us a coffee. You guys have a good one, and we will catch you on the next one.